Mike's dancing. He's doing the ready dance. That's usually your job.
Yeah. Now we're good. Now we can start.
Welcome to the Sports Office. I am Ryan Greene. This is Michael Spencer. This is Romi Bean, and this is our chance to just talk about what's going on in the sports world. You guys talk about it on TV, but you only get what, like 3.5 minutes?
Yeah,
so
usually they're like, "Hurry up, Michael! Hurry up! Weather
this dude's
needs more
got some
time."
stuff to say. Guys, I don't know if you've heard, but the Broncos actually had a 6-week preseason, and the actual season starts this week. Vegas has it at a 1-point game right now, which is basically the money line thing.
Broncos are favored.
Instead of having you two convince the viewer as to why the Broncos actually may win, we're obviously going to go to the coin.
Of course.
It's a coin flip.
Let's go.
Okay, since the game is almost a coin flip, this is the yes or no coin. Who wants it? Romi, you want it?
Sure.
Okay, the Broncos going to beat the Baltimore Ravens this weekend and go to 4-0. Yes, the coin says yes.
The coin says yes, and the coin is correct.
Okay.
I think this is far and away going to be the closest game. I think this comes down to perhaps a field goal game. I know everybody is saying, oh, the Broncos have only played poor teams, and yes, that is a factor. Vic Fangio was honest about it. He said that is what it is, but you play the schedule that's in front of you. And what they have done is beat bad teams and beat them by a lot. But I think the Broncos the past 3 weeks have done all the right things, and there's no reason to say they're not going to do it again and be up to the challenge and beat the Ravens.
Michael, you get the other side of the coin, obviously. Why are the Broncos going to go 3-1? They are not. No, they will not beat the Baltimore Ravens.
That was cute and good arguments. No, look, here's the deal. I like the Ravens in this matchup because Ryan told me I had to like the Ravens in this matchup. But here's also why. Not only do you have to slow down Lamar Jackson, what has also given the Broncos defense issues over the last couple of years? It's tight ends. Everybody talks about Travis Kelce and Darren Waller. Don't sleep on Mark Andrews in the Baltimore Ravens tight end. He's really good. That's a matchup issue for this Broncos defense going into that. Then on the other side, this Broncos offense could be without 2 of their starting offensive linemen. That means the Ravens defense is going to feast.
I will say, if it's a close game and it goes to overtime, don't play football, just have a kickoff between
Oh, wouldn't that be great?
between Tucker and McManus. That would be good. Let's move on. We're going to keep the coin out, okay, Mike? So you get the flip this time. Colorado Avalanche, somehow close to starting their season, which is really creeping up on us. Yeah. Michael Spencer, is this the year the Avs actually make it past the second round and actually maybe going for the cup? Coin says yes.
Oh, coin
there you
says
go.
yes. Woo. I had arguments for both ways.
He was ready.
But yeah, I think so. I think you look at this team, you look at the experience, you look at the goalie depth. The injuries are the one thing where this team has been really, really hurt over the last couple of seasons. But I think that with their experience that they have, they are poised to get past the second round. It kind of feels like in a weird way that they have their backs against the wall going into this season because everybody's talking about how they haven't made it past the second round. So I like them to do it this year because I think they know that that's the goal.
Romi, I am anxious to hear your argument here because I'm kind of leaning towards the no side.
Well, you mentioned it, and I'm going to tell you why. Goaltenders. They felt like Philip Grubauer couldn't take them the distance. Philip Grubauer has gotten a lot farther than Darcy Kemper or Pavel Francouz has, and everybody says to win the Stanley Cup, it's about who you have in net. It's about who's between the pipes. I like Darcy Kemper. I think that he's a great goaltender. I like Pavel Francouz too. He missed all of last season, and I just think there's not enough firepower back there to really go the distance, and for me, that's as simple as it gets.
I hope the feeling is what you were talking about is that the Avs are just mad about it. Like it seems like they should have been mad last year, but it seems like now it's like, okay, we're actually really sick of underperforming, and maybe this is the year.
I had a good argument for yes.
I had a good argument for no.
That's not how the coin flipped, okay, folks? That's fate decided your arguments. This is how we prevent homerism in the CBS Denver
Yeah.
It wasn't
sports
homerism,
office.
it was a well-researched.
So the Rockies, they're wrapping up their season, played the final home game of the year against the Nationals on Wednesday.
Bye, Trevor.
Well then, Romi and I actually went to a cool little thing on Saturday, this past Saturday.
Time flies.
Larry Walker's Hall of Fame plaque was in Colorado. It was up on the party deck because when you get plaqued out, you're probably at the party deck.
I thought it was impressive. So, like, you know, at first going off the NFL busts, you're like, oh, that's kind of small, right? But what I thought was really impressive was when we talked to the sculptor, he did that based solely off of photos and video.
What's the most difficult part for you? Oh, the hard. I think it was like doing a lot of the eyes. You know, 'cause that's always tough. You know,
How long does it take you?
like 30 hours, 40 hours sometimes. Yeah.
I thought the cool part is the side profile of it, because it's like 3D. You see?
Oh yeah.
Like you can kind of see the face there. Kind of spooky, but was the plaque cooler than what they did with the outfield? I assume it's how you mow it, how short you, but even still, I'm like, it says Hall of Fame 33 in grass. How that's.
I was so impressive too. They were doing it the morning of the game. Like again,
Right.
I would have
Not
thought,
taking 30,
that would
40 hours
take-
there.
Yeah.
Larry Walker, well done. What a representative I have for the Rockies in the Hall of Fame. All right, guys, let's wrap up. It's the segment we always end the show with. Our hats off segment. This is where we give a little tip of the cap to someone who's had a really good week and hasn't had the appreciation we have thought they deserve. So I'm gonna start with my Rammy.
Oh.
I gave a hats off to the CU Buffs when they held tough with the number 5 team. The hats off to just being up 7 at halftime. I thought if you could keep it within 10, that would be a good game. I hope this wasn't just a one-game thing. I hope it's an upward trend. Jury's still out on that, but this week, CSU, you're getting hats off.
I'll go next. Yeah. Give me the crazy hat.
Ooh.
Don't mess it up. It's
Well, that was like
Jingo over
Yeah.
under
there.
that, and there was a hat and a shoe. And
I'm going UNC Bears. Sticking with the college football
Oh,
theme.
yeah.
UNC Bears, Xander Gagnon, named the Big Sky Defensive Player of the Week.
Ooh,
Tackled 2 people at once.
that was so nuts,
That
man.
was that was stupid. Hats off, Xander Gagnon.
I love it. Well, I'm just gonna keep going to my same well. I ain't going to. I'm gonna go to my well again.
Unbelievable.
Go to the well
You
again.
just like the hat.
I think so. I'm gonna give my hats off to young rookie Caden Stearns,
Ah.
who got his first NFL interception. This is only the second week that he's actually played defensive snaps. He's picking off the second overall pick, so hats off to him. And we all talk about how complex Vic Fangio's defenses are. He seems to have no problem adjusting, so Mr. Stearns, hats off to you.
I think that wraps things up for us. Mike, who is the Blitz guest this week, airing every Saturday at 10:35?
Albert Okwuegbunam.
Hey!
M-I-Z.
Okwuegbunam.
Albert Okwuegbunam.
Okwuegbunam. Romy also has a show on Saturday, airing at 6:30, NFL football preview.
Oh man, we got a riveting week of Ask Romi coming up. Ask Romi is where Broncos country asks great questions every week. They're getting really good with the questions. I gotta think on these for a couple days now.
They're actually interested in the team this year.
yeah,
It's not
they-
like, hey,
that's
how
a tough
fast
one.
can we fire Fangio in the offseason? Yeah. That wraps up the show. We've got some other television stuff to do. For Romi Bean, for Michael Spencer, I'm Ryan Greene. Thank you for coming to the Sports Office.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.